Hello, trading is closed on the 14th of December 2016. We had a few calls. We've been looking for a high Tuesday for about a week. So far, they had highs held. We had a price target of 22.74.5. That was off by about 3 points. That's held so far too. We looked for lower prices today. We said it could start at the open, but it might wait until after the FOMC announcement, which is what happened. During the day, MEJT gave a sell, but the W means it was weak. We didn't have to get much more than the target. It identified this move as false, and this drop as false too. Gives us a target of 22.69.94, and most likely to print tomorrow. Now, because MEJT likes to leave a failed target at major changes in trend, I'm hoping this one won't print. Here's what we called for the high. Here's a retest of the high, which typically stops right at the low of the consolidation in which the high occurs. We've had our three-leg Fed whipsaw. The first move after the announcement was down. Almost always that telegraphs the direction of the next major move, so it should keep going down. I'll come to one exception in just a minute. If we rally, as I think we probably will early tomorrow, I would like to see this number fail. I certainly would like to see the price about 27.72 of the Fed announcement not be surpassed, and I really wouldn't want to see this high around 22.7620 surpassed. If we surpass this high, we're going to probably go over this one. This should be the high, and if that's the retest, we should not go past this high level. Well, just because we're dropping, it doesn't mean we have to drop in a straight line. Here's a stilt, here's a stilt, here's a diamond. Now this is kind of iffy. If I'm wrong about this being diamond, a diamond, I'm wrong. I think it's close enough, but I'm not really sure. Here's your Fibonacci target right over there. Here's the origin of the left stilt. Normally that holds on the first challenge. So if that holds, we should go up when we open up tomorrow. If I'm wrong, the odds are overwhelming. We're going to gap down and promptly take out this low, but that's not what I'm calling for, even though it's one of the options. There were a number of turning points today. When this high isn't the high of the day, it usually leads to big trouble on the downside. That would be invalidated if we gapped up smartly and took out this high. I've already said I didn't think that would happen, but the close today is an exact target of a pattern based on somebody else's work. We have what I'm calling a wall into the close. We have a pattern which typically will gap up smartly when this high is as low as it is. For all these reasons, I think it's very likely we're going to gap up tomorrow, probably smartly. If that happens, I want to see these numbers fail, and if it does not happen, it'll probably be obvious before the open, and most likely, if that fails, we'll probably tank but good, starting by undermining this low. I'm expecting this to gap up tomorrow, probably smartly, have it fail within about half an hour, and then drop into the bottom of the first hour of trading. Now on a longer term pattern, here's our combo and sequential sell signals. If we're going to get the big drop I'd like to see, ideally we should take out the close of number 8 within 3 trading days, and that's day 1. It might not happen because on smaller time frames that hasn't happened, but that's not an absolute. Here's the weekly. If we keep on dropping on the weekly, I'd like us to take out the close of number 8 within 3 bars, which is 3 weeks, of which this is number 1. But if we keep dropping this week, that would be a reversal involving the upper Bollinger Band, which typically leads to a challenge of the lower Bollinger Band. It doesn't have to touch it, but it does have to come close, and not necessarily or even often in a straight line, but it tells us lower to go. It's pretty tough to call for a major reversal in December. It tends to be one of the strongest times in the year, but we do have a lot of what we need. We have to get confirmation, which we don't have yet, but we should get it soon if I'm right. So for tomorrow, if we gap down under this low immediately, it's the start of a major league tank, but I think it's more likely we gap up, fail to hit the required levels, and then reverse. And that's today's call.